Today I'm gonna take into my hands a nation that I haven't played for years and received an update not so far ago, and that's obviously England. England is a very challenging country, war with France, War of the Roses, but at the same time one of the most powerful if you play it right with your mission tree. And this whole run will be focused on forming Angevin Empire and dominating Europe. So if you want to try it yourself with the Angevin part, not the Great Britain colonization part, follow the steps of this video and have fun. Sponsor of this video is enable.com, which is a digital marketplace offering over 20,000 of products, including games for pretty much all of the platforms, gift cards for services like Netflix, Amazon, Tinder, everything that you can imagine. So if you're planning to buy anything in the near future, make sure to use the link in the description because there are plenty of great offers here, including top Steam games. You can even buy points for Marvel Rivals, Call of Duty, Fortnite, or simply go to the cheap games part where you can virtually buy Civ 6 for $2, for example. That's it, let's get straight to the video. I'll start with setting up rivals. You see I have plenty of enemies. To put Burgundy is an enemy because I do like to ally them, but instead I'm gonna just rival France and Scotland. These are must-haves. Third one really depends what you want to do. I will do Burgundy because we're just gonna simply outscale them. So maybe there will be a chance of us getting a Burgundy inheritance. Then we need to find a strong ally. Ideally, these are enemies of France. The more enemies, the better. You see, unfortunately, in my case, it's just one for now, Aragon. But it means that it's a must-have for us to make them an ally, because it's gonna be easier to call them in the war against France. I'll also later try allying Austria. That's as a next step. We can go to estate, or you'll see we start with the nobility estate privilege, English village, which is decreasing our tax modifier, and you can get rid of it, mainly for getting your crown amount to 40%. There's a slow way of doing that, not taking power points and just seizing land now and then in 1449, so in 5 years you have this handled. But 5 years of losing 3 mana a month, it's not something ideal. It's not tragic, but it's also not ideal. That's why you will go to Parliament, where you have a fairly big chance of getting Crown land issue in the Parliament. So I've been testing, it's like 1 out of 3 games, every 3 games I was getting that. But even if you don't get it in November 1444, remember that a couple of these issues will be rolled every month. So every month you'll be having a chance to get this one. That's how I'm gonna take it. And I'm just gonna simply vacate rules, lose some legitimacy, and there we go. In 1444, 35 of crown land, I can take this to get this to 40% and cancel the nobility privilege. Now I can do just a standard setup with power points from each of the estates. From clergy we're gonna take the religious diplomats, as well as development of the temples. From nobility we're gonna take the increased levies, supremacy of the crown, as well as a general. While from the burghers, that's gonna be prestige, more tax, as well as 1% loans. Now I can go ahead and sound diet, and we'll go for the mission for the conquest of Quercy, because if the province owner is a subject of England, we're gonna get 50 admin mana, and we want to vassalize France. Let's go ahead and get... Oh shit. Oh, I took the wrong privilege for the nobility, guys. It doesn't matter. I should have taken the last one here. But in this case, I'm just not gonna take anything else. And we're gonna get the general thingy later. It's not that important. For now, I could just get some line maintenance. Let's go ahead and take advisors. I'll definitely go for the manpower guy. This guy has discipline, not bad. I will go for the diplomatic reputation, because he's 50% cheaper, so I can get him to level 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the honors guy, which is also 50% cheaper, and I'm gonna take him level 2. As for the focus, how about we just play without any focus, 665. As war with France will be fairly big, I will already get us a free company right away, And then once I get the event for surrender of Maine, I'm also gonna recruit a Grand Company. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go and take my troops to the mainland Europe. And let me just remove the Montgomery fort as it's of no use. Now after a day, let's go ahead and ally Austria. And I'll not be going for any other allies. Instead, I'm gonna start carrying favors for both Aragon and Austria and building Splendor on France so I get siege ability on them. And to make it faster, I'm gonna oh, we don't have we have North Sea and Zlewikk. How about we change Zlewikk into Champagne, and this way we'll be able to get spy network construction on France. Now for surrender of Maine, it has some mean time to happen. I've seen it happen between, like the earliest I've seen was like mid 1445 and the latest like 1449, so it's just about your luck how early you're gonna get that event. I would say the earlier the better. But it's not like it's a huge impact on your game. In the meantime, since I'm on my force limit and I have either privileges or mercs, I'm gonna get subjugation casus belli on Scotland and perma claims on the whole British Isles. Since the very start, we're getting the War of the Roses loading. Now keep in mind, it is gonna load around 1448. That's why we want the French war to start faster, just so you can handle most of the French battles, most important ones and sieges, then take care of the War of the Roses and click the War of the Roses before piecing out France. What's also important, you don't want to get an heir. If you get an heir, you either disinherit if you want to go the true path, or just save scam if you like save scamming, because getting an heir is resetting the progress of War of the Roses, and if you keep him, you're not gonna get the disaster, which is extremely bad for you, because from War of the Roses you can get a really nice ruler. While waiting for the war to start, I'm gonna send this fleet with an admiral to protect trade in the English Channel. As see now, my income is 25 ducats, so even with mercs and advisors on level 2 and all the forts, I'm still making money. I can even turn off the fort in London, and yeah, the balance is just great. Since we have money, I can take the wooden wall already from the naval doctrine to just make sure we win all the naval battles. As I'm not on the limit, actually I'm gonna go start building a flagship, which is gonna be a heavy ship with trade power, morale and engagement with. But also let's just get 2 barracks, 3 barracks to get on the limit. Since state ethics in the capital do not cost that much, you see it's 2.77, 2.4, so 0.33 ducats, I'm gonna get more trade power from this state. So instead of 8.26 of income from trade, we're making 8.68. I actually like this kind of situations because I really hate when you guys say that I did something in the video only because of RNG. So here you go. France allied Castile, and I'm not gonna do anything about that. I mean, I'm gonna do everything about that, but not save scam or restart the game. One of my long-term plans is taking down the HRE. That's why I'm already gonna start allying some of the electors, just to the limit. So for now, it's just gonna be Bohemia. So then long-term, we're gonna disable it, but first we handle France. Just in England is a scripted event. Army Tradition, Prestige and Splendor are great. And actually about Splendor, we will want to get as many of this ASAP. Centers of trade, how many we can get? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 center of trade, 7 at the start. So actually with a bit of investment, we could get it to 5 to start getting more Splendors to get AE impact a bit faster. I'm not sure about the others. I could def London to 30, but I would just take all of my mana, and remember, we don't have much mana generation because of our ruler. So maybe for now I'm gonna improve one of these centers of trade. How about we do Cotentin? And then in 1449 I'll be able to just sell titles to get more. There you go. And even for an heir, no thank you. You have your prestige for 5 years, -2, and the year legitimacy -5. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Also not too lucky with the French event, it's January 1446, but yeah, I will be patiently waiting. Time that I should have done day 1 when they selected rivals. Let's make sure to embargo all of them. just so this way we are having even better power projection, but also more trade income, because all of these three nations are around our trade empire. It also happens sometimes, so just to make war this campaign, also Scotland allied France. So, you know, if it doesn't happen, then just during the war with France you attack Scotland and you just overcome this independence. Just in my case, I will have to go and fight Scotland at the same time, just white peace or something. Now with the flagship done, instead of 42% of the trade power in the English Channel, I'm gonna have 49, because remember I did give the trade power per ship in fleet. To make it even more interesting, since I'm waiting so much for the event from Maine, Naples is already independent, so they'll not help in a war with France. And there goes War of the Roses. So you can choose between New York and William III. It's goddamn good. Too bad we're gonna lose half of manpower. But we're gonna prepare for fighting the rebels over there. As far as I remember, if I stand on this province, the rebels are gonna pop up in a different province. But we're gonna prove it. Yeah, they appear just next by. I got them love this ruler. Let me just show you, if you want to finish War of the Roses, you just need to get rid of all of the pretenders. But the pretender also has to be dead, which means if I win with these rebels, I'm gonna keep getting events with more rebels popping up, so that's gonna take some time to take care of. I can also, for some admin mana, go and get some additional trade power and tax and mercantilism thanks to Calais. You see the pretender escapes. And I'm gonna use this battle to simply consolidate my troops, so I'll be having force limit for more marks for the war with France. And just so you're aware, this guy is not better, 405. He wants to keep the York guy. And this RNG was a bit better. I didn't get many of the rebels. So I get stability and prestige for winning War of the Roses. But now also when I click this, I'm gonna get AE impact for the end of, at the end of Age of Discovery. And stability, so I'm back to 0, which is gonna be useful, that A against War of France. And now to get royal card, I need to get 95 legitimacy, which seems impossible because of the event that we got. So I'm just gonna spend some mill points, which is gonna give me in exchange appoint a state minister plan issue, but also 5 of Crownland. The Rise of Dynasty, so as soon as you finish and you pass it, you're gonna also get this event. Let's sure 342 is not the best error, but let's get him. That's also additional stability, so now I'm at 1. Since I got 5 Crownland, I can go and sell titles and use that money on getting the trade centers on level 2. So that's the third one. I think for this I'll need to dev. That's why I'm gonna dev Bordeaux instead. So I don't have much to dev. And then I can just dev this one twice. Probably was better to just dev York twice instead of doing Bordeaux. But at least now I have the first bonus here, so I'm getting even more Splendor. But it's also 55% of the trade power in the English Channel. So also a total 30 of income, but... God, 48, we're getting close to my worst result ever. There it is, Surrender of Maine. Oh god, that was so unlucky. Okay, since Scotland will join that war, I will go ahead and recruit a Grand Company as well. For now here, to focus on France, but since Scotland will be focusing on Northumberland, let me get a defensive edict there. Let me also go and pick the 4th defense advisor just to siege raid France. And let's go and do this. I'll go and focus on Chartres. Just stack these 2 armies at once, so he's not gonna try attacking me. And 2 siege guys with Definitive of Help. Now I can call in allies. Aragon is gonna join without promising land, and same for Portugal. And the only thing that I expect from these 2 countries, oh look, Castile is busy fighting Tunis, Morocco. That's also good news for us. The only thing that I expect from these 2 countries is to break Castile Navy, so the Africans can go for the strait, and just tank Castile. I can deal with France myself. Since the war started, I can take the 100 Years War, which unlocks me the Angevin missions. You see, look at this. This is gonna switch. Yep, we're gonna have the Angevin missions focused now. Thanks to my Splendor of France, I'm getting additional 8 of siege of ability on them. Right here at my fort in Northumberland, 45%, and seeing here in Labour, 24%. Let me get the tire for simple defensive edict. So now their siege ticks take 47 days. My siege ticks take 31 days. But what I can do, I can take also Dismerks from here, give them a month tick. and then surprise them with a naval landing in Northumberland. Just need to wait a month tick before I get there. They reinforce with more troops. I can also take a sortie here. Might not be enough to win. I have strong morale, 3 versus 2.6, and keep in mind I also have infinite accountability from traditions. So see now, that was an easy battle. And what I'll actually do, I'm gonna use ships to land on their capital right away, just to separate piece Scotland faster. I only need to break the alliance with Brittany. I'll get rid of the alliance with France by simply making France my subject. So what I can do here is breach walls and rush the fort right away. So keep in mind, his troops just run away, so he's not ready to reinforce and fight here. And this stack also has plenty of manpower. So the thing that I wasted here is a bit of mill points, which is a currency that I don't have, but I'm gonna quickly catch up with this mana generation. So now once I win this naval battle, it should be easy, just peace them out for Brittany. Send the peace out and I'm gonna see you in 7 years when I'm gonna subjugate you. Now take this 12,000 and go and siege down France. When I see you here, I'm gonna go after Paris. As told you, Aragon is tanking, same as Portugal. Just hope Africans are gonna cross strait. They have a chance, look. Look. These ships are blockading the strait. Since there's no risk here, I'm gonna turn off the forts in the homeland. And now I'm on 0 again while building quite heavily over the force limit. There you go, Granada is already sitting down. Very nice. That cast is gonna be up to be pieced out separately, but so is Portugal. I can also cancel that privilege that I took by an accident. I'm not even taking the general one, it's fine without it. I think I made an oopsie with peace out on Scotland. I should have humiliated them. I should have humiliated them for the bonus here in the Age of Discovery, but it's fine. Well, it seems like there's out of level 1 forts from the subjects, but keep in mind, when it's breach walls, it's so easy to just go ahead and assault the fort, especially if you have mercs. Not gonna lie, I think I just did a textbook war with France here, because as told you, Aragon and Portugal tanked everything. France, not a single battle with me, down to 11,000 troops. They have tech force, that will be actually a problem for me. I can simply white piece Castile in next month. Yeah, there it goes. Just white piece them. Now I have enough war score to piece out France, which is gonna save my alliance with Portugal. Look, I've lost 20k troops in this war. And it's mainly in the battles with Scotland, plus some attrition, but mostly of mercs. So since I got AE reduction, you see this is just 70 to AE, so nobody's gonna join my coalition, and I can also take 600 ducats through that war. Thank you, that's also plenty of power projection. Now, I can take the Swiss French throne, which is, it says prestige, but it's gonna convert into mana because I'm at full prestige. Also manpower recovery speed, liberty desire, and plenty of claims on Burgundy. And now I can take French-English Reconciliation Act, which is even more prestige, so more power points. Then stability. Once I enact this, just take a look. The mana keeps increasing, so I'm catching up actually on what I've lost because of my bad ruler. And we just have to make French Royal now. Which is gonna take time, but it's nothing we cannot do. Let me just make sure to get rid of this Grand Company. We have a lot of manpower saved through that war, and we still have a free company. Let's go back home and prepare for the wars in Ireland. Slowly, in Ireland and Scotland. Just here, change that guy to do improve relations. Here are a lot of guys transferring from the North Sea, so I can just change it into Zlewikk. And also get here the improve relation bonus. Since I want to drop my AE, I'm actually gonna go ahead and attack Denmark first with the help of Bohemia, and that's gonna be humiliation. I don't even need a show strength, but I would love to. And it is simply to get the Age of Discovery bonus. So just go ahead and declare on them right away with the help of an ally. Also, like also to help, sure. How you guys really think you can fight me on my own coast? When I have already a flagship in 1415, yeah, there's of course slow coalition forming, but we're gonna dissolve it pretty fast.
2 seconds later.
You see they're already leaving the coalition. I'm sure you know it, but just a reminder, it's important to improve relations with your personal union, because when your ruler dies And this is negative, you lose the union. So I'm improving it already, but worry not, my rule is 34 years old. I feel already also at economy, where I can get this guy on level 3. And also soon, this guy on level 3 once I get money. Okay, now I actually want to get my capital to 30 development, to get more Splendor. So get this. We also need to get burghers over 60 of loyalty. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and take this privilege. And wait a few months, like 2 months ticks to dev capital. Okay, there it is. So deving is just 36 points. I'm gonna focus on spending my diplo points, because I have plenty of them. Guess also mill points, which is not something that I like. That's fine. From Geller, I'm just gonna go ahead and take transfer trade power, war reparations, pillage capital actually, to get more development in London. So now this is 27. And with the next diplo click, I'm gonna get it to 30. With tech 5, I can go ahead and unlock my first idea group. And since I want to go into heavy focus of Europe, Angevin focus, I will start, surprise, surprise, with espionage ideas for the aggressive expansion impact. The second tier of guarantee from is gonna be strengthen House of the Lords, which is gonna give me parliament effect duration, but also reform progress growth plus 10%. Austria, when it's your ally. Tech 3 and 13,000 troops. Yeah, when I'm about to finish that war with Denmark. And honestly, I was going for show strength, but with Austria being so useless, I'll just go take humiliation. I know it's 300 power points, and you can hate me from like me for doing that, but I don't care. We just do that. Yeah, that would be accepting like 90% of the peace deal. Let's go greedy. I want power points. Yeah, it was worth it. Just a few more months. Thank you so much for the power points. But also now I have 3 bonuses here. I could start the greedy the next month. It's a bit early. I want to use it for 2 idea groups and early tech 10. You know what? Let's wait a few more years and I'm gonna start the gold area. More importantly, for the war of Scotland, I will have a impact from here and I'm gonna have a impact from here. Obviously going for the subjugation. Pissing out the Irish miners, easy peasy, because I just needed to wipe them and then blockade the port while staying in the capital. I don't want to separate piece them here, it's extra AE. Remember, we have plenty after the war with France. It's now I can start declaring my own wars on the Irish miners. I'm not gonna accept royal marriage on Austria because we want to dismantle the HRE sooner than later. Oh yeah, there goes my ally Aragon.
No! God, please, no! No!
Now they have, of course, under union with Castile. I have to find new allies. Maybe Poland. Yeah, there it goes. Justified demands. And you know what? I'm gonna start the Gordian already. Because I can. So I can also take X expansion from here. So taking even Scotland as a vassal. This is just 40. Europe doesn't care. What I'll just do is pushing into Ireland in one big war, and that's finally some place to spend our admin mana on, because we've been hitting points cap while being so much ahead of time. Can make France loyal for just 2 ducats a month, which I'm gonna use as especially early game. My income is just fine, just not protecting my trade for a while. Just told you, nobody cares about subjugation of Scotland. You just also make sure to make them loyal by improving relations. It's gonna take some time, so even with France it's improving. But since cannot rebel wide, there's a truce, I can simply go on divergent trade and pay off their debt to fix the relations a bit. Since I have 2 subjects, I can also take strong duchies to make this even better. You see, I keep improving relations with every single elector, just to be ready for dismantle of the HRE. Congress of Ireland is done. And we've got all of these terrains by 1461, which is not bad. It's also, well, obviously not a world record, especially with the time that we had to wait for the Maine event. But Conquer of Ireland is gonna give us admin mana, Crown of Ireland parliament issue, as well as good spruce modifier in various provinces here. So yeah, let me take this already. The issue has the following effects if successful. Every owned province in Ireland gets 1 base production, and trigger an event which allows us to create Kingdom of Ireland under Positional Union. I don't want that. Allows, but it doesn't mean I have to do that, right? Let's see what will happen. Yeah, I don't want Ireland. Although I would get unjustified demands until the end of the game. Additional pro-relations. Nah. I want this for myself. So now with this amount of AE, this is the moment I focus on the HRE and dismantling, because I simply cannot conquer much more for a while. So let me go ahead and start allying every single elector. Now obviously there's a problem because some of the electors will be rival to each other. So I can have one elector that I don't ally because I'm just gonna attack them for the war to dismantle the HRE. But right now I have two of them. I have Saxony and Würzburg. And Saxony is gonna be harder to ally because you see they have too many relations. So instead I'm gonna try getting Würzburg to have good relations with me and take the alliance. I'm doing stuff like inciting the rivals, guaranteeing them and giving money. I also can remove the forts here because I'm protected by France, even the Calais one. Let's also decrease autonomy in these provinces. I should have done that earlier. Oh yeah, I'm in general having quite a lot of autonomy in some of the provinces. Let's reduce this in all of them. That's actually a good one because it's at 20. And it's not growing anymore, so be able to keep it at 0 with that decrease. For the cost of some rebels, but it's not like we care, and we'll be scaling our economy. Also, now I think that guarantee for my Duke is useless because I want to get the parliament debates as often as possible. I'm just gonna switch it to tax meta. We need more tax. Yeah, the less the better, because I'm waiting right now for the debate, which is gonna let me pass this. There goes Renaissance. Should be also help, so I can take this tech ahead of time. Ideally, I should have waited to state this, to spend my admin mana on something. But since I'm way above the limit, I'm just gonna spend some extra points for this. New heir. Get rid of him. I want to take tech 6 ahead of time because I think that is gonna dissolve the coalition and I can use it to dismantle the HRE. Yeah, that is. There's also siege ability from another espionage idea. Blah, blah, blah. Now we prepare the war just first to deal with the rebels. Let me just take diplomatic reputation here and then diplomatic reputation here. Now I can ally Würzburg. So now to dismantle the HRE, I have to be at war with Austria and Saxony. So all I have to do is to also be Saxony, which is gonna be a bit of AE, but reduced thanks to our peace on ideas. Call in Mainz and Brandenburg. And myself, I'm gonna focus on Austria. Honestly, I can also just promise Trier and Würzburg lands because I plan to just. Oh, yeah, I'm guaranteeing this guys. Oh. Right. I fucked up, guys. This is gonna give me a truce. What if I Nosy Strasbourg and call in Bohemia? That's a cool belligerent. A workaround because I don't want to wait 5 years. And then call in these guys. Even more of the AIs are gonna join my side. I can just promise the land, I don't care. Freehand IQ moves, guys. Yeah, obviously, through that new AE, there's a coalition reforming. But that's more important to dismantle the HRE. Let me already start improving relations with Poland. I'm gonna replace all of these OPMs with a strong ally. Ooh, and Poland! Poland! A Jagiellon ambition happening here. Now also, since I'm occupying both of the capitals, I can call in Bohemia. This my prestige could be better. I'm simply gonna use that war to farm it. Like on a peace deals with München. Well, 266 is a good heir, I'm gonna keep him. I'll just have to focus admin once against the throne. With both of the capitals siege down, let's go ahead. Add this one to the HRE. A reminder, quick guide, you ally as many electors as you can, because to dismantle the HRE you have to either ally an elector, or occupy a capital of that elector, plus a capital of the emperor. if you do that, you can dismantle the HRE, which gives you prestige, splendor, and power projection. And I think that prestige was also converted to some power points, which gives me also some missions. Perfect. Now, we don't have to care that much of AE in Central Europe, but of course, I have to still care a little bit. And next goal is to get rid of that coalition. Good night, Austria. Good night, Saxony. And I can finish this whole war altogether. Get everyone back home and really peace out. I'm gonna keep these allies for now, because we want to get rid of the coalition. So to get rid of it, we also ally Poland. And soon, build up... Well, it can be a grand company. I can afford it. Oh, bad idea. Yeah, I just wasted some ducats, but first let's slacken, then recruit them. It looks like that coalition is a bit too strong to dismantle them. So I'm gonna do a preventive attack. It's fine, so you'll be outnumbered, but I'll take an easy war goal. Plus, I have tech 6, they don't. It should be easy peasy for us. Let's look at the losses so far. 69,000 versus 36. 20 down ships versus 3. We're destroying them with that Texas advantage, but it's not that bad. At least it's improved relations. I have to focus on sieging though, because the war goal is not winning battles. I'm not getting much for winning all of this. Let me show you an example battle. But not on 1k. Yes, let me track down something. 5 morale, 3.4, plus tech 6 advantage, so my infantry is insane quality compared to theirs. So you can just go for a stack-wide festival. Get a few percent of the war score. And get rid of that war. They are reversing this battle. I actually did attack on the mountains. Might have not been the best idea. Just run away, they still lost much more. And I think that should be, yeah, that's ready enough to peace out. Even white peace, shorter truce. And looked at most of these nations, by the time the truce ends, they'll be not able to rejoin the coalition. At last I can start the debate. And let me find the French one. Carter French nobility. Let's do this. So it cost me nothing, thanks to the stuff that, oh, Papal, maybe it was a bad idea. But we deal with these rebels immediately. And I can click the mission, shadow French nobility, which will improve stats of my ruler. But let's wait for that roll to get on the throne. Can take another admin tech a bit ahead of time. It's cost me 870. And I was surprised with my pick. That's gonna be a fun Angevin campaign. I will go and take expansion, because I still want to fill our colonization part of the mission tree over here. It's some fun stuff when we can play around with it. Or shouldn't we? Maybe I should go for admin. Or I'll tell you one better, maybe you should go humanist for improved relations. Screw it, I'll go admin, guys. Because I can. We're gonna go full into getting rid of Europe. See, Portugal is allied to Castile. I really want to break alliance between them. I'm gonna reduce their opinion and then try breaking the alliance. Anyway, with the truth of the coalition down, just look, see, nobody cares. I can go ahead and finally deal with Brittany. Since I'm hitting midpoint cap, there's no need to take it so much ahead of time. Instead, can go ahead and use the beauty of deving a little bit. Just gonna help us scale. I don't have prosperity anywhere else. Oh yeah. Help us scale. Manpower. I go for annexation. Nobody cares. Just let's... Yeah, it's all fine. I'm gonna keep it for myself for better borders. Plus, remember, we cannot have France exceed 40 provinces. So I'm gonna let them annex subjects, plus I'm gonna probably give them the Provence provinces. Now, just simply... Should I concentrate? Too much development loss. Let's state it. I have mana. I can also develop it up to 20. That's the titles. Keep it at 15. And now we have plenty of money to start investing. Well, definitely into some churches. More importantly, the marketplaces to maximize our income. Oh, and Burgundian Inheritance just happened. They are the PUF Naples. Yeah, I wanted to be too strong for them to be the rival, but couldn't make it done. They were just keeping too strong themselves. But yeah, Naples should be easy PC to defeat, and I'm gonna take care of them. But first, let me deal with Provence. Should we go after Provence already? Let's give it... No, let's go after Provence already. Reform, guarantee form is gonna be focused on new state edicts. So see, now I'm earning 23.8 ducats from tax. Let's see how much I'm gonna get with state edicts. That give me additional 50% local tax modifier. 6 ducats more, so I'm at 70 of income already. Full annexing Provence? Let's take a look. I don't think anybody will care. Not at all. Let's take a look. We can keep expanding like that. And as told you, well, first I'm gonna click this, which is gonna give me trade power in Bordeaux, improve relations with France. What does it mean alternatively? I'll just take it, and I'm gonna feed these provinces here south to France while keeping Anjou for myself. Now I can take the Miltech for additional innovativeness, and with that Miltech, I can go and attack already Burgundy for the Okay, what we need for this? Let's go for the conquest of Picardy, which I will take for myself. Now keep in mind that I just unlocked Tech 7, which means cannons, and I'm gonna right away build 10,000 of them for the maximum bonus on the sieges. I'll probably also have to get rid of that Grand Company, it's no longer really needed. Gonna replace it with a Free Company, but first I'm gonna use it for this war. Did I mention we have first great power? Hell we are. Can take whatever I want from Naples / Burgundy. See, it's 67 AE. These countries rather don't care. Not only Dijon is not taken. I'm gonna take it in the next war. Maybe not even money because I want shorter truce. And I took Barrois because I want to release here Provence, Bar, as I cannot give these provinces to France. They would be too big if I gave this plus the next 3 subjects. That's why Bar it is. We also do have a mission to get 5 subjects. So Bar is surely gonna be one of them. There goes the new rural. Yeah, just perfect. Let me also take this guy to level 3, I can afford it. And now I actually, before I even core these provinces, it's fine, I don't rushing anywhere, I want to take the co-creation cost. So instead of 287 points that it costs me right now, it is gonna cost me 171 points. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, by the way, Burgundy also got free after that war of Naples. Naples just cancelled them as their subject. Now with the new ruler on the throne, I can go ahead and click this mission, which gives me additional admin skill. And since I'm 6 on Diplo, that's gonna give me 100 Diplo points. Useful as I can take the tech in a second to have more colonial range, which is also coring range I needed for the war against Aragon. So that's pretty useful. And now we just need to get rid of Burgundy. Next issue in the parliament that I'm gonna take, it's an interesting choice because there's advisor cost, there's progress growth, there's Cramland, Diplo points and death costs are also very useful. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go for the Diplo point and death cost because I have plenty of mill points and I'll be deving with them. And that's also Diplo points to finish the ideas. And deving is also gonna give me more Cramland. You see again, this costs me nothing to get these bonuses. I can also sell titles to get this guys loyal. Then there's a mission for that, which is another 300 ducats. Obviously some subjects are disloyal because of this. That's why I'm gonna find a state with prosperity and a good promise to death, like here for example, and get some encouraged development. Now accept the French culture later, so it doesn't matter. So since this is above 10, these guys are loyal again, scaling the manpower, and follow this up with some manpower buildings and keep getting the other bonuses. There's even manufacturers I could start building, and you know what? Let me do that. Actually, let me cancel these buildings and redo them because I have construction costs from here. So these farm estates can be even taken cheaper. So now it's 380 ducats, which allows me to build another one soon. Anyway, it looks like I can shorten my truce with Burgundy from 12 years to less because they allied Castile. So I'm gonna attack Castile with help of Poland. Oh yeah, the Portugal, right. Portugal, stop being busy with the other wars. I want to break your alliance with Castile. I don't plan to wait forever for Portugal. I guess we can retake that alliance after the war. Same as I'm actually gonna retake the Venice alliance that I've lost earlier. Just attack. Call in Poland. You see I have 2 stacks, but both of them have already maximum amount of cannons for the max siege ability. And so this way, since I have enough money and manpower, I can run the wars a bit faster. Focus on sieges, not really battles. Yeah, let's just white piece Burgundy. We'll come back to you in 5 years and focus everything on Castile and Aragon now. I don't even have anything to show you guys. I'm just crushing them, of course, with some help of Poland and my subjects. So slowly sieging them down, beating them on the navy, although it doesn't look like it, but I didn't lose a single ship, it was just my subjects. Let's see if we can beat the main Spanish navy. I had to turn on my heavy ships into that battle, but since he doesn't use a heavy ship, yeah, I should be able to win that, although remember, they have a better general. I have 3-3, they have 4-6. The god tier general that they managed to get. That's why I'm not destroying them, but we are still winning, and they've lost 3 high ships. I actually captured 1 of them. That's nice, the justice of peace. Until the end of the game, I'm gonna get stab cost and state maintenance. So my states cost even less now. Oh, we are 12th Papal state, and we need Avignon to form Angevin. How about we just separate piece them? And they still like us. That's good news. They're not gonna excommunicate out of the country. So, in the peace deal, I could make Aragon my subject as a transfer peace treaty, but the war score cost was 130% for us. That's why I'm taking these provinces, so the next war is, see, it's 93%. I have a few percentage of, in case they def something. On top of that, I'm gonna take Granada, to release Granada here, and these provinces for myself, and Asturia to release, maybe Asturia and Leon, to release Leon itself. I just need slightly more war score because there's ongoing battle. Let's win that. Send the peace deal. AE wise, doesn't matter. Let's take a look. People don't care. And let me go ahead and release as promised. Granada, Leon, and this promises I'll keep for myself. Let me start coring whatever I can. I can also fit Leon with this few. Just go ahead and start doing so. We're not slowing down. You see, they have a bit of A in the Western Europe, but see, not much in here on the North and Eastern Europe. That's why I'm gonna attack Norway to spread our AE a bit. And keep in mind, North Sea is our node. So let me just go for the conquest of Faroe Island. And that's gonna get Moscow to war with us. No, actually not. Actually even better. This is what I'm taking from Norway. Nobody cares. The only problem is diplo points. But it's fine. We already built spy network on Sweden because you guys are next. Look. So little AE I have here, I can just continue with expansion to these terrains. And actually, before I do that, let's focus on Burgundy first. Okay, this is a bigger of a priority. Let's go ahead and declare on these boys. Which, as planned, is gonna also help me shorten my truce with Castile. That's I didn't break the alliance between the two. Okay guys, I think that's gonna be all for today. Just look at these borders. We're the first great power with really decent economy and army, and with a great potential to dominate Europe and form Angevin Empire in the second episode. So if you want me to continue this series, let me know by liking the video, because as soon as we hit 1000 likes, I'm gonna release another part of this video. Well, just kidding, I'm gonna probably release it anyway, but it's gonna be very much appreciated if you leave a like, and obviously make sure to check the enable offers that is in the pinned comment.